Um, take a moment to kind of use whatever you want to sit upon this morning. Maybe just a small blanket or something that would already kind of allow you to feel both the grounded sensation and the lifting. Okay, we're gonna have this practice half Hebrew, half English. And the reason that we want to kind of allow the lifted, I need a higher one. Maybe it's because I got accustomed to it. כאילו התרגלתי כבר להגבהה היותר גבוהה, אבל יש בזה משהו שברגע שאנחנו טיפה מגביהים, אז השחרור הזה של הברכיים מאפשר גם הרמה יותר גבוהה של החזה. So that's why we kind of ask you or offer you to have this. And we're sitting in Sukhasana, and I want to talk a little bit about this sitting, where we sit when we cross our shin bones. Okay? מרכז השוק מול אחד עם השני, and then we lift the flesh from the front back of the shin in order to allow it to get a little bit closer to one another. And the reason is that the knees in this situation are more parallel to the hips. So if we sit maybe more comfortably, the knees will come wider apart, and then it's a much more open seated, which is a different thing. There's no right and wrong. That's something that is good to remind here. Everything is good. It just depends on what you need at this moment. So choose whichever way you want to sit. Maybe you can lift yourself and then shift the weight forward so you can really sit on your sit bones, move the flesh away, beidiuk. And then we just start by placing our palms on our knees. And then already you have this grounding sensation because you feel your hands on your knees. Your knees feel your hands. You feel your sit bones on the mat or on whatever it is you chose. Maybe you want to lift a little bit by pulling your knees with your hands a little bit, so there's a little bit of a lift happening in the front body. And then place your hands in the side of your hips so you can move your attention to your back. And gently close your eyelids. Roll your elbows back and down. So you have this engagement of the front body and the back already. And just start by feeling the weights on your sit bones, feeling your cross-legged, feeling your palms on the mat or whatever it is that you're placing them on. And really imagine roots coming out from all these points of connection with the mat. And as they're pressing down the roots, you feel the lifted of your front body, your back body, your head. And then just let the breath come in from your nose. So we're taking in from the world your nostrils, expanding our lungs, letting the air come down from our back to our lower abdominal, and then out. Direct the breath between your shoulders and ribs, ribs in the back of the heart. Try to find softness in this moment. Bring your hands in front of your heart, prayer position. Saying Om one time to start the practice. Inhale. Om. Raise the back of your hands to your thighs. Look within. Bow your chin down. open your eyes. So I want to give you guys like a small like a way to look at this morning's practice when we're thinking about breath. So breath has kind of two qualities. You can take the breath for body, or you can take the breath for breath. Okay, neshima leshem guf, or neshima leshem neshima. And the idea behind that is that I can take the breath and use that in order to work with my body, like we do inhaling, lifting, exhaling, twisting, for example. Or we can just take breath for breath, which is what we do in pranayama. When we're lying back and we just open the body and we take a breath and it's just working for the breath. If we just do body for body, if we just work on lifting and lifting and lifting, it has only a certain way that it will come. But once we use the lifting with the breath, so the breath is leading us, then we have a possibility to open our body and open our mind into places that we don't know. So this is the guide, and we're going to try to find it out today in the practice. So let's start by facing towards the front of the mat and sitting in Adho Mukha Virasana. So shifting the flesh from the calves, sitting back on our heels, and then walk your hands forward, lift your chin, draw your shoulder blades back, and try to place your hands on the mat. If this is comfortable for you, stay there. I'm going to show what happens if you can't place your hips down. Mia, you can just stay there. Yes, good. So if you can't place your hips down, maybe this is as far as you go when you come down. You cannot go back because it's hard here. You take a pillow and you sit on a pillow. It's really important to find the connection with the sit bone to something. Okay, if you have your hamstrings are not open yet. If you have bad knees, you put a blanket underneath your knees in order to open them. What we're doing here is just trying to connect the sit bone back to earth. So it's either on our heels or on our pillow. So we're inhaling, letting the breath go all the way down from our spine into our sit bones, into our tailbone. And then exhaling, we want to walk a little bit forward with our hands. If your hands reach the mat, make sure your elbows are lifted. מרפקים שיהיו מורמים. עם השאיפה, שולחים את עצם הזנב לאחור, עוד להרפות את עצמות הישיבה, להרפות את המותן, ונשיפה לנסות להאריך עוד טיפה ולרווח בין השכמות. שוב, שאיפה, נשיפה. Lift yourself up to tabletop on an inhalation. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, come to downward facing dog, bend knees. Hold your knees bent, spread your groin, spread your sit bone. לנסות להצמיד את הבטן אל הירכיים, עקבים מורמים, לשחרר את העורף, עורף ארוך, ועם הנשיפה להרחיק את העקבים. On an exhalation, press your heels away from your body. Just hold it there wherever you reach. If your heels can't reach the mat, don't worry about it. Just worry about extending them. Inhaling, lifting our sit bone. Exhaling, expanding all the way back. Make sure your head is relaxed. And breathe to your diaphragm. So now when we're doing breath, breath is for breath. Breath is in order to get the diaphragm relaxed. The diaphragm זה השרעפת. השרעפת נמצאת מתחת לצלעות. אנחנו רוצים לנשום לאזור של השרעפת. Just breathe to the diaphragm region. And then lift your heels. Extend your tailbone further up. Bend the left knee and strain the right heel to the mat. לכופף דרך שמאל, להרחיק את עקב ימין למזרון. לשלוח את העקב הימני למזרון, להרים את רגל שמאל. Lift your left foot up, three-legged dog. Lift it up. Lift from the toe of the big bone. מהכרית של הבוין הגדולה. From the big toe, lifting up And then step your left foot between your arms. Relax the right heel down. Relax the back of the foot down. The right knee, sorry, down. If you have tension in the knee, you can put a blanket or fold your mat. להרים את החזה. Lift your chest. And then bring both hands on top of the left knee. Lift your heart up. Look up. Try to open the right thigh. And try to turn it in. אנחנו מסובבים את הערך הימנית פנימה ולמעלה. And then lifting both hands up. Look up. Open and spread your hands. Bring your hands in namaskar behind your neck. להביא את הידיים לנמסטה, להרים את המרפקים למעלה. Inhale, breathe. And then put both hands to the mat. Step your right foot, lift your left foot back into plank position. We're going to do what we did yesterday. So knees, chest, chin. Leave your tailbone tucked. Tuck your tailbone and come to lying on your stomach. Lift your right foot, pull it a little bit back, and then straighten it back down. I'll bring no, it's okay. Lift your left foot a little bit up, and then bring it back down. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders. Relax your waist down. Try to spread it and make it as long as you can. Try to sink with your tailbone down, and then pressing with your hands, roll your shoulder blades back. First things first. Make your neck long. Try to get your forehead to the mat, and then just start by lifting your shoulder blades back, tucking the back spine in. Tuck the back of the spine in. Make sure that your tush is not lifting up. שהטוסיק לא מתרומם. להרפות את הטוסיק ולרדת מטה. One more time. Inhale. Lift your knees, lift your thighs, come up, and then come down. One last time. Lift, press your hands, roll your shoulder blades back, press more and more and more, tuck your tailbone in, lift your front body, and then come down. Come to downward facing dog, so straight to tabletop, child's pose, and lift up. Bend the left knee and press the right heel away from you. And then straighten the left knee and lift the right foot up, three-legged dog. להרים את רגל ימין כמה שאפשר גבוה. להרחיק את הכרית של הבוהן הגדולה. You want to lift from the big toe in order to straighten the foot up. Notice the weight on the left foot. Press the heel away from you and then bring the right knee between your arms, round your back. דרך אל הזרוע. Step the right foot. Release the left foot down. The back of the foot and the knee. Bring your hands on top of the right thigh and then lift your heart. So we're working on lifting the whole front body and then lift both hands up. Open your heart. Look up. Stretch up. Bring both hands to the mat. Step the left foot, bring the right foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Roll your shoulder blades back. Lift your side body. Tuck the back of the spine inside and move the flesh of your back down towards your tailbone. Walk with your hands towards your feet. Walking, walking, walking. Hold opposite elbows, Uttanasana. And then just try to notice whatever you're holding in your body. If you have bad hamstrings, that your hamstrings are not long enough, use and do it like a half one. So I have this I can use, or bring a chair, whatever you have that's right in front of you that you can use in order to allow yourself to straighten and open the back legs. So we're all just lifting the front legs, the shin, the knees, the thighs, and pressing the heels to the mat so we can press the weight towards the sole of the feet. אנחנו מרימים את כל הרגל הקדמית, דוחפים לאחור את הרגל האחורית, ונותנים למשקל לבוא קדימה לכיוון כריות כף הרגל. לשלוח עוד את עצמות הישיבה לתקרה. Spread your groins to the side. Hold opposite elbows.
And allow your elbows to pull yourself down a little bit more. Bring your hands to your hips, lift your chin, chest, press your heels to the mat, make sure that you don't stick out your bum, and then lift yourself up to standing. Walk towards the front of the mat. We're standing in Tadasana, holding opposite thumbs behind, Sakela Gudalim, and then let's just talk a little bit about the feet. So look down at your toes, lift your toes, and then spread them from the pinky towards the big toe. ממש לנסות לפרוס את כל הבעונות. And make sure that your toes are spread and they're not clenching, כן? שהבעונות לא תפוסות מטה. לשלוח את המשקל לעקבים, and then lifting your front body, pressing down from your back. So make sure that you find a way to find, with the inhalation, the lifting of the chin, the knees, the thighs, lifting of the groin, lifting of the front, opening and spreading of the chest, relaxing your shoulders down, pressing your tailbone in, and then pulling your hands back. Inhale, exhale, press the hands away from you. Inhale, lift your front body. Exhale, pull your hands a little bit more away. Lift your heart. Yofi, od, press them away. And then release your hands down. Hold opposite thumbs. Inhale, lift your front body. Exhale, press your hands back. You want to turn, inhale, work with your inhalation and exhalation, continue. And you want to turn your front thighs in and open your back thighs out. It already kind of pulls you towards your heels. So that's why you want to spread your toes so that they can, again, find this rooting and lifting sensation. Okay? השתרשות מכפות הרגליים, הרמה. And really find that, like, your legs are your shorashim. Ooh, how do you say branches is the top? The bottom part, Mia. איך אנחנו אומרים שורשים?
Trunk.
Trunk is the middle, no? How do you say the roots? The roots. So your feet are your roots, right? And then your trunk is your legs. So try to feel them as two trunks that are creating one. And then lift up. And just imagine that all of the being that you have, your thoughts, your emotions, they are your fruits and flowers. And the breath is the air that's coming in and out. And release your hands down. We're going to do a quick vinyasa, Surya Namaskar. So lift both hands either up or sideways. Look up, stretch up, exhale, bend forward and down. Straight back, tailbone in, lift your heart. Exhale, both hands down. Walk, step, or jump. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing or cobra. Find whichever way is good for you. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Hold that breath, hold that pose while you look at your breath. And again, try to use breath for body. So you're not just lifting your sit bones up, you're inhaling and lifting your sit bones up. You're exhaling and lifting your shin, your knees, your thighs. Working with the breath in the body. Don't allow the thoughts or the desires to take you away from that breath. Or if it does happen, then just slowly bring it back to your body. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or jump towards the front of the mat. Lift your heart straight back. Exhale, bend down. Lift up, inhale. Exhale all the way forward and down. Straight back, Trini Shefa, inhale. Exhale, walk, step, or jump with the other feet. Notice which feet you're doing it on automatic and then try to change that. Lift your heart, look up, stretch up. Exhale, forward and down. Into downward facing dog. Hold it and look at your breath. Bring your right foot forward. Lift your left foot and bring it into Virasana 1, Warrior 1. So left foot comes a little bit forward. Toes are in a 40 degrees angle to the front of the mat. Bring your hands to your hip. Lift yourself up. Interlace your elbows behind you, your thumbs behind you, and then press the left heel while you sit into the right heel. אם אנחנו רוצים רגע לבדוק שהאגן שלנו לגמרי ישר, you can put both hands to make sure that the right thigh comes back, the left thigh comes forward. And then shift your awareness towards the heel. Press the heel. Make sure you're not falling into the inner arch. עוד לכופף ולרדת על העקב הימנית. Press the right heel down. Lift your heart. Draw your hands behind you so you can pull and lift on the other hand your heart up. While you're pulling back, notice what's happening in your heart, in your chest, and in that little connection between the chest and the armpit. That's called the front armpit. So you're lifting that area, this area. כן, האזור הזה שבין החזה אל הבתי שחי הפנימיים. And then straighten and lift both hands up with this open heart. So your trunk is fully open and you can allow the breath to go from your nostrils into the left back heel. Lifting both hands a little bit more while you're inhaling, pressing the right heel, down a little bit more. And then we're gonna open up to Warrior 2. So the left foot opens up. Bring both hands to your hips. I'm gonna turn other way. Both hands to your hips, sit down. So you make sure that your hips are parallel to your trunk so that you're not coming this way. Find the connection to the rooted to the outer edge of the left foot and sit deeper on the right heel. You wanna have a 90 degree and then spread your wings to the side. So move the flesh from the skin, from your back, from the bottom of your neck, all the way down to your tailbone, and lift your front body up. Lift your pelvis. Lift everything. להרים את עצם הזנב פנימה, להרים את המפסעות. And then look with your chin towards the right, looking over your third finger, and lift the back of the neck. Sit deeper in the right heel. And then Parshva Konasana, Yad Yamin, either on the thigh, or if you have a block, put it on the outer edge. And then with your left hand, open your left hip towards the sky. Lift your left hand to be diagonal to the right, Kav Yashar, and then turn the palm towards your head, take it over your head. Notice what's going on in your left ribs. And try to breathe from the left hand towards the left foot. So finding rooting sensation from the left feet and exhaling, lifting your left hand. Notice that you don't stick out your ribs. The ribs shouldn't come out. אנחנו רוצים להכניס את הצלעות פנימה ולשלוח את המבט קדימה, מתחת לשחי שמאל. Bring the left foot to the mat. We're turning to Vashisthasana. So we're shifting the weight to the left foot and then to the outer edge of the left foot. The right foot can either press the mat so you can lift your left ribs up, your left side up, looking towards your right hand, or you can put one foot on top of the other. But try to hold it as a side plank. Lift your side body, and then walk with your hands back. Walk your hands back, sitting into a table. Lifting your tailbone in, look up, and then bring the weight to the right hand to the other side. Vashisthasana. Lifting up. Left hand to the mat. We've done a full circle, plank position, and then either vinyasa or just meet us in downward facing dog. So if you want to do vinyasa, you come to chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, upward facing cobra, and then into downward facing dog. And then take a moment to notice your dog. Notice the lifting. Notice the rooting. Notice how much you have a power to lift to tuck. And then bring your left foot into warrior one. So left foot between your hands. The right foot comes forward into a 45-degree angle with your toes. You can already bring your hand to your hips by pulling the right thigh forward and making your squaring your body. Shift the weight to the right heel. Bring your hands behind you, holding opposite thumbs. Roll your shoulder blades back and sit into your left heel. שוב, שאיפה להרגיש את ההשתרשות עם רגל ימין. נשיפה להפוך את עקב שמאל לכבד יותר, לרדת על העקב. אנחנו רוצים לפתוח את הירך הימנית מבפנים לאחור, ולשים לב מה קורה בברך. So first you just want to notice the first thing is the roots, yeah? So you find the rooting sensation and then slowly, gradually, you lift up and you build and then lift both hands up. Warrior pose. Look at your gaze, make your gaze soft. Find steadiness in the pose. And then open to warrior two. Inhale. Bring your hands to your hips again to make sure that both hips are turning to the width of the mat. And then sit deeper. Again, move your awareness to your back and bring down the flesh all the way down between your shoulder blades, through your spine, all the way down to your waist. Spread your hands to the side and look left. Find connection and rooting sensation to the right foot and then sit deeper on the left. Press your heel down, look left. Bring your chin in so that you're kind of allowing your neck to be very, very long. And then Parsva Konasana, so the left hand either on the left thigh, or if you have a block, you can put it behind your left foot. Open with your right hand, your hip towards the sky. And then spread your right hand to be parallel to the left. Turn your palm towards your head and bring your hand over your head. למתוח את הגוף לכיוון שמאלה. להשתרש עם רגל ימין. Press the right outer foot to the mat. And find how it's connecting to the knee. Lifting your chest. Make sure that your ribs are not popping out. Bring your hand to the mat. Turn your left foot towards the front of the mat and turn yourself towards the front of the mat. So we're standing feet parallel one another, toes in, heels out. Bring your hands to your waist. Lift your front body. Roll your shoulder blades behind. לדחוף את העקבים, יופי, להרים את עצם הבריח. להרים את הגוף הקדמי. Lift your front body. Lift your pubis bone. Lift your ribs. Lift your chest. Lift your gaze. Lift your chin. Press your heels to the mat. Lift your big toe. Only the big toe. Only the big toe, יפה. And then bring your chest forward and down. And bring your hands forward. Hands are in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Like we're doing a wide spread downward facing dog. Roll your shoulder blades back. Again, if your hands can't reach the mat or the floor, put it on something a little bit higher. Because we want to have straight legs. We want to spread them, the thighs. We want to feel them opening to all direction. And then breathe to your diaphragm, לאזור השרעפת. Use the inhalation to spread your back. And on the exhalation, lift your heart a little bit forward and come forward a little bit more. Inhale, look at the breath coming all the way down to your tailbone. Exhale. Again, notice what's going on in your feet, how you can find the rooting sensation and the lifting. So the rooting is coming out from the outer edge. אנחנו משתרשים מהרגל החיצונית ומתרוממים מהרגל הפנימית. So bring more awareness to the inner arches of your feet, because from there you're lifting. And then bring your hands underneath your face. Right hand right in the middle, left hand to the pelvis, pressing your chest forward, and then lifting your left hand up. Notice the weight on the right foot. You don't want to collapse there. Lift your chest and then back to the center. So the left hand underneath your face, the right hand to the waist, lifting your right chest, tucking the left ribs in, lift your right hand up. Notice the weight on the left foot. Press the left heel more to the mat while you're extending your right chest forward and up. Forward and up, forward and up. Right hand again to the mat. Walk with your hands in the same line as your heels. ידיים באותו קו של העקבים. לשלוח את החזה קדימה and then extend your head forward and down. If your head can't reach the mat, bring a pillow and put it on a pillow or a block if you have. And you want to shift the weight between the 4 organs that are on the mat. So 2 feet, 2 hands, 1 רבע כל אחד, a quarter each. And then bring your hands, lift your chest, chin, hands to hips, lift up. Bring your hands again to the mat. So you're extending forward and then close your feet 1 time. Bring your hands to your hips and lift up. Turn yourself with the left foot towards the front of the mat, right foot into warrior 1 leg. So the right foot is on the right side, toes are 45 degrees. Bring the left thigh in. Tuck the right sit bone in. Lift your right hand up, extend your chest forward, stay in a 90 degree. לשלוח את המשקל לתוך עקב ימין ולהרים את החזה. Press the right heel more to the mat. Shift your awareness to the left heel. Lift the chest a little bit more and then bring the right hand over the left foot into the twist. If you need something higher because you can't reach and you're just finding yourself struggling, then take a chair, take something. לדחוף עם הרגל הימנית את המזרון ולהרים את הצלעות השמאליות מעל הימניות. Extending the left sit bone back towards the right heel. Lift up a little bit more. Press your heel a little bit, the right heel, towards the mat. Lift the front leg. Press the back leg down. Lift the left hand up. Look up towards the left hand only if it feels comfortable. And then bring the left hand again to the mat. Shift the weight to the right foot. Lift your left foot up. Relax your head down. Step the left foot, bring the right foot forward. Bring the right hand on your hip. We're going to stand up into Padangusthasana. So if you need a belt, we're going to stand with holding the left foot. Option 1, the easiest, is to take a belt or a scarf if you have and use that to get up. Option 2 is to hold the knee. Option 3 is to hold the big toe. Choose whatever option is good for you. Start by placing whatever you have around your foot, looking forward, finding דרישתי, למצוא נקודת פוקוס ומשם להרים את הרגל מעלה. So we're pressing the right heel to the mat. We do this a lot when we're lying back. Now we're doing this standing. This is Utthasta. Okay? בדרך כלל אנחנו עושים סופטה. So again, the left sit bone is directing towards the right heel. We're lifting the front leg and we're spreading and opening the back leg. להרים את השוק, להרים את הברך, להרים את הירך, ולדחוף את העקב, לפתוח את הברך, לפתוח את הירך האחורית. Release the belt or whatever you have, and then Garuda Asana, left foot on top of the right. Hands can either hold your hips, or you can bring, like I do with the yoga for kids, you can also hug yourself. Right hand on top of the left, or you can put elbow on top of the elbow, placing your palms together Lifting your hands, looking towards your hands. Hands should be above your head. Sitting into your heel. להעביר את המשקל לתוך העקב. Very beautiful. עוד לרדת מטה. להרים את המרפקים מעלה. Spread your elbows higher a little bit. And then come up. Relax the left foot behind you into warrior 3. Pressing the left foot back. So you can stay here. You don't need to go all the way down. But if you do, make sure that there's connection with the left heel so that you can lift your front body. Let the energy go from your right heel to your legs. Exhale, press your heel away from you. And then come up, stand in Tadasana. Close your eyes, turn your palms towards the front of the mat. And then notice your physical body. How is your heart? Is there anything going physically inside? Is there movement inside? If so, where and what kind? If no, it's also okay. What is the mental? If you have some thoughts that keep reoccurring, maybe you can see them, give them a name, and say, I have restlessness right now. I have doubt. There is doubt in me, but this is not just who I am. And then maybe you can let them go away. And then bring your hands to your heart, lift up. We're going to do a small vinyasa to the other side. Exhale, forward and down. Straight back, פרי נשיפה. נשיפה ידיים אל המזרון, הליכה או קפיצה. צ'טורנגה או ברכיים חזה וסנטר. Upward facing, and then into downward facing dog. Just hold it for a moment and look at your breath. Your thoughts and your feelings, give them presence, but let them go. We're having a lot of very strong winds here in Israel right now. And you see the branches of the trees, how they're dancing with the wind, how the leaves are falling. Allow yourself to have that in you, that quality in you. That you're letting go of what doesn't need to stay and allowing what's there to grow. Bring your right foot between your arms, left foot into warrior 1. Lift up. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten your right foot. Right hand is staying on the hip, left hand is extending up, finding connection with the left foot and the left arm. Lift your heart forward. Come to a 90 degree. Find the connection to the right heel and the left heel. Roots coming down from the left foot, and then bring the left hand over the right foot. So you can bring a block or something in order to get into the mat. We're tucking the left ribs in, pulling the right hip back, lifting the right ribs in, all with the breath. So inhale, exhale, get deeper into the pose. Inhale, exhale, press the heels to the mat. Lift your right chest up. Lift your right hand only if it feels comfortable. Press yourself a little bit more, and then straighten your right foot back to the mat. Flex the right foot. Square your hips. Step the right foot, רגל שמאל בקדימה, left foot comes forward. Again, Utthasta Padangushtha Asana. So if you want to use the belt or the knee or hold your big toe, but find first Rishti, Nikudat focus, Yad Smol al Moten, and then lift up. Press your right heel away from you. Lift your front leg. Press the heel away on an exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the belt. Gamuka, right foot, Garuda. Right foot on top of the left. Left hand on top of the right, elbows together. Fold your palms into one another. Lift your palms beyond your head. Get your elbows up and sit into the left heel. On an exhalation, inhale, lift your front body. Exhale, stir, sit, get your tailbone and your sit bones to come deep down. So your spine will go deep inside of you and the skin will come down. And then lift up, warrior three, right foot comes back. Hands can be either on your hips, press your right heel away from you, lift your heart forward, tuck your spine in, press your heel away. Inhale, exhale. Then bring your right foot forward, stand in Tadasana, find connection to your body. Ooh. Then bring both hands up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, coming down to Buddha Asana, sitting on the heels, lifting, shifting the weight, sitting on the sole of the feet, lifting the heels up. Find Drishti. And then sit back into Dandasana. So shift the flesh. I'm going to get the screen to come forward. Sitting with legs straight. כפות רגליים ישרות. Shifting the flesh. If you need to sit on something a little bit higher, we're going to try to take it down right now so we can see the effects of the standing poses in the sitting poses. We're going to come forward. If you have a block or something, a bolster or a big pillow that you can kind of rest yourself on, it might be nice. If no, it's really okay. We're just going to start by lifting both hands up and then bringing yourself forward. Your hands should get to wherever they can. Make sure that the need to bring your hands forward doesn't make you go like this. Okay? If this is your situation, then you need to sit on something a little bit higher, okay, in order to allow yourself to come further down. Okay? If you are down, just release your head down. I'm giving some advices to whoever doesn't have this opportunity, this openness yet. And רוצים לתת לגוף עכשיו להגיב לנשימה בכיפוף קדימה. And this is the part where we're doing breath for body again. Because if we just want to bring the head forward, and this is our agenda in the forward bend, and הכוונה שלי זה להתארך דרך הראש, then I will hit something. I can't go further. But if I allow the breath to come inside my body on the inhalation and spread my body from inside, and then on the exhalation, I can go deeper. So it's not body for body, it's breath for body. Breath is coming into the body, and with the breath, we are allowing ourselves to come deeper. And then release, come up. We're gonna do Matsyasana 3, which is a deep twist. If you're on your first 3 days of your period, don't do to this direction, do to the other, I will show you. You can sit on something a little bit higher to get deeper in the twist. Now, if you don't have, then don't worry about it. And you can put a block behind you in order to support yourself. The right leg comes forward. We're pressing the back of the shin in so we can get the foot to come as close as we can to the thigh. Bring the right foot a little bit to the side. If this is your first 3 days of period, you're going to twist to the right side. If this is not, then take your left hand and press your left thigh in, lift your right hand up, lifting up, notice your right foot, make it flexed, and then bring the right hand over the left thigh. With the left hand, bring your stomach towards the left side, and then inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, twisting deeper. Inhaling, lifting with connection to the right heel. Exhale, deeper and deeper and deeper. Press the right thigh away from you with the left thigh away from you with the right thigh. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. And then back to the center. Straighten your left foot, other side. Right foot comes in, getting them close as we can. Take the left foot a little bit to the left side. Lift your left hand up. Bring the left thigh in. Tuck it deep, deep, deep. Yafeh. Right hand behind you. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, turning deep, deep, deep. Find connection to the left foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn deeper and higher and higher. Don't put the weight on the right hand. Lift hand, lift. Exhale, deep, 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 deep. Press with the left hand, the right thigh. Deep. And then connect. Come back to the center. יפה מאוד. Release. And come to lying back on your back. Straighten your left foot. Interlace your hands around your right shin. Inhale, lift your elbows up. Exhale, bring your knee towards your right chest. Bring your left stomach towards the ceiling. לסובב את הבטן מימינה, שמאלה, לכיוון התקרה. שאיפה ונשיפה. Find connection with the right sit bone to the left heel. עצם הישיבה הימנית כאילו מצביעה לכיוון העקב השמאלי. ואז מפה ליישר את רגל ימין. Straighten your right foot. You can either hold your thigh, or if you have a belt, take a belt, put it around the sole of the feet, and lift your leg up. Left hand on the mat, pressing your right heel away from you, extending from the back leg. We did this in standing, and now we're doing this lying down. So you can see the difference and how much you've learned from one into the other. And then bring the right foot towards the left without lifting the right sit bone. So left hand holds the belt, right hand is on the mat. Don't lift the right sit bone, take it to the left. Make sure that your right shoulders are on the mat. And then hold with your left hand, the belt, interlace your thumb around it, and then your right hand, and extend your hands over your head. I'm going to come down on the mat so you can see. זרועות מגיעות מעבר לראש. If you don't have a belt, then you can just lift your hands up, okay? But the thing is that once you have the belt, then you have this contraction. And you have the opportunity to really work on opening and broadening your right thigh, the back thigh, and lifting the front leg, and opening the back knee, and finding the connection with the right hip. עוד למשוך את העקב, את המותן לכיוון העקב השמאלי. And then release your right foot. Straighten your right foot, bring the left knee to your chest, interlace opposite fingers around. Bring your elbows up and pull the knee towards your chest. Spread your stomach towards the right. Flex the right heel. אנחנו מנסים רגע אחד לשחרר מתח במותן, כן? זה כמו תנוחה שמקדימה. אז כשהמותן שלי, כשהעצם הישיבה השמאלית דוחפת לכיוון העקב הימני, I can spread a little bit deeper with my back to the mat. So that when I lift my leg soon, it won't come over my hip. It won't make my hip come up to my side body. And then straighten your left foot. So if you have a belt, put the belt around the sole of the feet. If not, you can just straighten your foot up. You can take a belt. You can take also it's a scarf. You want to leave it for a moment into a 90-degree, right hand on the mat. Press your right heel away from you and spread the left heel. Spread the back of the foot.
לפתוח את הירך האחורית, לשלוח את עצם הישיבה לכיוון העקב הימני. When you're pressing your sit bone down, notice what's happening in your body. And again, doing all of this with breath. So allowing breath, and it's really difficult because we're doing this in a computer. So you have all this distraction that what is she doing? What is she saying? Maybe sometimes the Wi-Fi isn't working. So it's extra difficult. But that's why it's extra working on our concentration. And it's more of a meditation because you keep seeing all the stuff that make you who you are, for good or for bad, you know. Hold with your right hand the belt, left hand on the mat, and then pull the leg towards the right without lifting the left sit bone. So press the left sit bone towards the right heel. It will divert you to the right direction. Pressing the heel away from you. Lifting the right leg up. Front leg. כן, רגל ימין על מזרון, להרים את הרגל הקדמית, להתארך עם העקב, and then back to the center. If you have a belt, with your right thumb, wrap it around the belt, and then take your left thumb also around, and lift your both hands up. So when we're lifting the hands up like this, the breath can come deeper. כן, יש לנו תנועה יותר עמוקה של הנשימה. שהצלעות ככה מורמות בזכות הידיים. If your hands can't reach the mat, it's okay. They don't need to. You just need to work on lifting your front leg, your front left leg. Lift your shin, lift your knee, lift your thigh. Press your heel away from you. Lift on the inhalation. Spread, deepen on the exhalation. Lift. Exhale. And release. Bring both knees to your chest, round your back. There you go. Let me throw this away. And then see if you can hold your both toes. להחזיק את שתי הבעונות. Round yourself into Alasana. We're coming back into Alasana. So I'll show it to you again. First, we're holding the toes and then curling back into Alasana. The left hand is going to continue in holding the toe. We're releasing the right hand, bending the right knee, bringing it forward. So right hand comes back behind us. Bring your right hand forward, roll back. It's easier to do this at the end of the day. But again, we're coming back into the same pose as we did before. Bring the right knee towards you, roll back into Alasana. Hold the right foot, press the heels away from you. Lift your sit bones up. Release the left hand to the mat behind you. Release the left foot back. Curl back. Supta Padangusthasana. And then hold both toes. Spread both feet up. One last time, Halasana. Bring your hands to your back. With your index finger, press your spine inside. Press the middle of the spine. כבר לשים את הידיים לא על הגב התחתון, על מרכז עמוד השדרה, ולדחוף את עמוד השדרה, לדחוף את הצלעות פנימה. Wait, I need to tuck my shirt in. Tuck your shirt in. And then lift both legs up into Sarvanasana. So the finger is pressing the ribs in. We're lifting the sit bones up. This is a really good pose. It works on all the glands in the body almost. So let's start by shifting the awareness to the sole of the feet and spreading them. לפרוס את הסוליות. להרחיק את העקבים. להרים את הקשת. Lift your front leg. Lift your side legs also. Lift the side of the knees, the side of the shin, the side of the thighs.
With every exhalation, pull your spine in. Direct the skin from your back towards your tailbone. Your tailbone is in, your front body is toward your face. Relax the muscles of your face. And then slowly come down. Bring your hands to the mat. And with bent knees, roll down. We're gonna do, again, preparation for pranayama. So you can either lie down in Shavasana, or if you have a bolster, something a little bit higher, it's cool because then your breath can go into a big vessel, כן? בעצם אנחנו מכינים לנשימה כלי מאוד גדול שהיא תוכל להיכנס אליו. And if you have the belt or the scarf next to you, maybe you fold it and put it on your eyelids to relate so that the eyes can rest, because if they keep having light that's coming from the shades, then you can't really relax. And it's like having your own yoga pillow, eye pillow. So first start by just finding connection to the mat, to the bolster. And just notice your breath coming in and out. Now we're doing breath for breath. So that means that the breath is just very, very gently coming in and out. Very, very gently. It's so very gentle, the breath, and in this point it's like in Tel Aviv or in Sinai in August, when the water is just very, very gently. There's almost no waves. You just kind of see to which point it's reaching and how it's coming back. And I remind you again that we're talking about breath when it's entering the body. So it's changing from gas to liquid form. So it has seepage. Has the wave that's coming in and the wave that's coming out. I'm going to direct the breath to Viloma 1, which means that the inhalation will take place in 3 stages. Between each stage, we're pausing, and then 1 exhalation. So the first region is the one that's underneath the belly button. We're going to feel that without expanding the stomach. אנחנו ממלאים את האוויר על הגב התחתון מתחת לפופיק בלי לנפח את הבטן. The second region is the diaphragm, is the ribs. We're expanding it to the side. מרחיבים את הצלעות עם השאיפה. ואז the third region is to the chest. So we're expanding it up like a mushroom, כן? לאורך, לרוחב ולעומק. And then 1 exhalation. So we're not exhaling between each time. Let's try it. So inhaling and then exhaling freely. One more time, inhale and then exhale. You shouldn't have any stress in this. So if you do, just release it and come to the next time. Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale freely, and then inhale to the lower region. Pause, feel it, and then pause. Look at the seepage. Inhale to the second region. Pause. And then inhale to the front, side, depth of your chest. Pause. And then exhale from the lower region all the way up. One more time. Inhale, exhale freely. 2-3 breaths. Don't have any stretch or concern in this. If you do, just let go and stay in Shavasana. Okay, so exhale. And then inhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Inhale fully. Expand wide, depth. Pause. Namem. Exhale from the lower regions. Release all the way out. And only in the end let your chest fall down. כן? לנסות להחזיק את החזה שיהיה פתוח רק לסוף הנשיפה. So breathe normally now. We're going to do Viloma Shtayim, which is the other way. We're inhaling in one time, and then exhaling from the lower region, pausing, exhaling from the middle, pausing, and then exhaling from front, from the top. Breath for breath. Okay? So take 2 more breaths. Just let the air come to these new places, new horizons that you found in your body. And then exhale, we're going to do it. We're going to start. So inhale 1 time. And then exhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Fully. Pause. Release all the air out of your body. And then slowly inhale. Just like opening. And breathe normally. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Exhale fully. All the air out. Release everything out. Pause. Inhale. Let the water come in. Let the air as water come in, flush everything, clean everything. And then take your breaths. We're going to do last time. So let the air come in and then out. And then in. And now exhaling from the lower region. Pause. Exhaling mid. Pause. Exhaling from the top. Pause. Inhale. I'm going to go into Shavasana for a few moments. See if you want to go and move from this lifted gently. And just lie in Shavasana. Yeah, you can also put the pillow on your thighs if you want to allow it to kind of press down. If you had back problems, you can put the pillow underneath your knees. And just find the weight of your physical body. And let that weight fall down to gravity. Feel your physical being. Connect to your breath. It's entering your body, seeping in through your cells and tissues. There's a beautiful saying, like a saying that one of my teachers said once, and you breathe in with the or vayofi, the light and the beauty, and you exhale with the koshi, whatever is hard in your life, you can exhale and release to the mat. Look inside your heart. See it glowing and radiating, vibrating. And find gratitude in this moment for everything that's around us. Look at that light that's glowing, that's shining from your heart. Bow down to that inner being that you are. And slowly bring back movement to the tips of your fingers and thumbs. And roll to lie on the right side. נשכב על צד ימין, יד ימין מתחת לראש. And then slowly, gently come to sitting. Bring your hands in front of your heart, prayer position. נודה על כל מה שיש ומה שאין, על היכולת ללמוד ולתרגל יוגה. נודה לכל המורים שלנו שהביאו אותנו לכאן ולכל המורים שעוד בדרך בכל תחום שלא יהיה. נאחל לכל היצורים להיות חופשיים, מאושרים, בריאים, שמחים ואוהבים. Saying Om one time to seal the practice. Inhale. Om. שורש כפיים אל המצח וחזרה אל הלב. תודה רבה לכם. יוגה מודרה. Bow down. Namaste. תודה לכם. תודה. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. I hope you guys have a really good day. It was a very זה היה ערני. We did a lot of standing, a lot of power in us, so we have a lot of fire for today. Try to see how that fire is working out for you. It doesn't mean that because we had a lot of things right now that you need to do a lot of things right now. You can also rest. Take your time, do whatever is good for you. When you're doing whatever is good for you, you're able to share it with other people around you. And please share it. Please share your good. We're waiting for this. I'm seeing two beautiful people in front of me, so I'm also talking to them, but you guys can log off right now. Thank you for being with me. This is my practice of also Dana, and if you like this practice, I would like you to share it on your Facebook page or something. And also, if you want to practice Dana, the kindness of the heart,
So you're welcome to try it with me also. My details are listed on my page. If not, you can message me and I will send you. Thank you very much. Bye, guys. Maybe I can just stop.